Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Oh, I just made it in the house. It's raining. I just did the prayer call. Please like and share that prayer call. I, I hope my testimony encourages you to keep on pushing. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Wednesday Night Live. Wednesday Night Live. Oh my God, I feel good. There's so many of you here. I just want to say hello to Angela, Ebony, Dog Cigar, Ava, Christine. Who else up in here? Betty. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So, okay, where do I want to start?
The vlogger got me. The vlogger got me. The vlogger got me. The vlogger got me. The vlogger got me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yep. I told you everything from now on, everything dealing with the Bush people and everybody else gonna be dealt with offline. Offline, that's right. Say it with me again for the people in the back. Offline. And as you know, gotta do a little house cleaning. We are raising funds we're raising money for a legal fund to deal with the cyberbullying offline. Like I said, hashtag offline. So $20.88. And if you want to give more, God bless you. Cash app it to Marcellus McMillan, the name you see on the top of this thumbnail. Not to me, to Marcellus McMillan. He is handling all the funds for all the money taken in for the legal fund. He is handling. He is taking care of that. Any money you cash out me an Invisible Man, it goes towards my film project and goes to me. So that Invisible Man is for me. The legal fund is for Marcellus McMillan because he's handling the legal fund. It's in the ticker tape. As you see, as I'm going to be talking to you tonight, the legal fund is going to be in the bottom. My Cash App, for me personally, will be on the other side of the screen. So, having said all that, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I'm in the dark. I'm chilling because I just worked. I'm working and enjoying life, and yeah, so I work 60 hours a week, Monday through Friday, so I can now take my weekends off, and I love it. 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 And I'm not going to announce anything about what I do, but let's just say this tonight. Let's say this. I had two things I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight. And yeah. So hold on. I'm going to talk to you first about the documentary, 137 Shots. And I hope that you've watched it. I really, really hope that you've watched it. Because I know some of y'all are really here for the part two of this little discussion. But 137 shots is very important because it's going to lead into my other thing. So you just bear with me. I'm going somewhere. Just bear with me. Just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with me. And just hold on. Hold on one second. Hold on. So, the documentary I'm going to play it again for you real quick. Hold on. And then, because it's something to behold. I kid you not. I don't know why I put.
What's the combo? The combination to the lock.
I'm on a show.
What's the combination to the lock?
No.
That's her.
For some reason, I'm having a problem getting it to load up. So I'm just going to keep going on. But I had shared it before. And basically, this man and his woman here in Cleveland, they'd had some problems in life. They had been on drugs and what have you. They'd had some problems. And they went down to a section of town down in the warehouse district on the edge of downtown, trying to score some drugs near a homeless shelter. Undercover cop encountered them. And he stopped him. He was in an unmarked car. He wasn't supposed to stop him. You can't stop people in an unmarked car off duty. He didn't even have his vest on or nothing. So he's like, hey, you know what? I think I better just leave these people alone. I don't have no backup. I'm in an unmarked car and I don't have no vest on, blah, 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 blah. So they make a left, go up 18th Street. So they took off real fast. He took off behind them. They didn't have no warrants. They had nothing. Old car was backfiring. So they end up on Ontario by the police department, police headquarters, the jail. This cop is on the outside by his patrol car in front of the police precinct. So the car shoots by at a high rate of speed and it backfires. So this guy, he panics, the cop, and says that shots fired. He gets on the radio, shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. He hops in his car, high-speed chase begins. They're going on a 23, 25-mile high-speed chase throughout different parts of the city, different suburbs. They end up on the east side of town, not too far from where I work. Chased them up into a park. They hop out their cars. 137 shots into the vehicle. They're shooting at such a rapid speed. They're shooting cross angles at each other. Cops from all angles surrounding this car. Bullets are flying through the car, and they barely miss other police officers. And they barely miss other cars, other cops. No other cops got a hit. So one cop jumps up on top of the hood, and he empties all 45 rounds into the car. And they He was the only somebody charged with their murder. But they ended up throwing it out. He got found not guilty because they said there was no way to prove that his gun was the one that fired the fatal shot. I gives a damn. He shot over a third of the rounds that went into the car was from his gun. He reloaded. I mean, his clips only hold the Glocks or whatever they were shooting only hold 15 rounds. So he put in 3 clips and kept shooting. The reason he panicked is because he was a combat veteran. He had just got back from the war. And that's why I've always said, and I was talking to a law enforcement officer today, I said, you know what? Any soldier that comes back from combat, they shouldn't even allow them to be in law enforcement for at least 2-3 years, and then after they get a psych eval. And so, excuse me for a second, please. So they go in, and this cop panics because he already admitted when they interviewed him for the. If you saw the documentary, I hope you did. He already said, you know, he was on edge the whole time he was in the war zone. Yeah, man. I mean, just everybody in the freaking house want to make noise. They don't make noise no other time. But as soon as I go live, everybody wants to damn talk and stomp through the house and make noise. And then I got to nut up. Not much longer though. So this guy, he's already got combat issues, PTSD, what have you. He goes in. He's standing in front of police headquarters, the cam from that entrance. Right when I worked there myself, when I used to have to go in that way, cameras everywhere down there. It's the last place somebody gonna come by and start shooting. He goes in, jumps behind his car. The car was backfiring. They take off. Shots fired, shots fired. So when they hear that over the line, they start, and you giving direction, everybody joins in. So at one time, this was like O.J. Simpson going down the freeway and all those cop cars behind. That's what it built up to. Every municipality that they drove through, the cars started joining. Some of them realized it just didn't make any sense, and then they started falling back up. But a lot of them stayed with the chase. 25 miles, just stupid. Stayed with this chase. The guy they get up into this part of town. It's a school up on the hill, park next to it. They get them in the parking lot where the park is. Do. And they tried to say the shoot was justified. And the jury, well, he didn't have a jury. He had a judge decide his fate, which worked in his favor because judges only look at matters of law. A jury is going to consider everything, matters of law. You're not supposed to, but matters of law, their personal beliefs and feelings, all that plays into it. They vilified this man and woman. They vilified them. And let me tell you how things work. When I say, I talked in the prayer call earlier, I said, a delay by God is not a denial from God. God had the ideal job for me, and he prepared me for it. I interviewed for this job. I'm not going to say what the job is because Bush people, because if one of y'all called my job, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a serious problem. for you from a legal standpoint because of the line of work that I'm in now. If you call my job, you're going to be in. I'll talk about that in part 2 of the video. But anyhow, the lady that hired me was one of the prosecutors that brought charges against the policeman. For those of you, can you put a 1 in the chat that you saw if you saw the documentary? Because if you didn't see the documentary, this part won't make no sense to you. But I really want you to hold on. I really want y'all to see this. So hey, hold on. This is gonna freak you out. So check this out. I want you to see something. Good, Christine. Hey, Daphne. That's the mannequin. That's the mannequin. That is the mannequin, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the 2 mannequins from the victim. The 2 victims that were killed by those policemen. Those are the mannequins, and those sticks represent the bullet holes that went into the victims. Those are the bullet holes that went through those people. Those mannequins, to the left of the mannequin that's closest to you in this picture is where I sat to take my job interview. When I look out of my office into my boss's office, I see that every day. I see that every day. This puts everything in perspective for me. That right there. It puts everything in perspective for me. When I tell you that right there, I'm leaving it up for a reason. That right there puts everything in perspective for me. That picture. Seeing that every day put everything in perspective for me. And at the time, I did not know. I did not know at the time what those mannequins were from, because I hadn't even watched that documentary. I had seen it. I'd saved it on my Netflix to say I was going to watch it later. I didn't know. And then when I watch it, there's people that I know that are in the documentary. There are people that I know, that I see all the time, that are in that documentary. They either know one or both of the victims. They either were involved in law enforcement or the courts or community activists, filmmakers, you name it. They were in that documentary. And I gotta tell you, seeing those two mannequins every day makes you think. It makes you appreciate your life more. Makes me think, hey, I need to be more mindful of my surroundings. And what I do now, I have to be on my best at all times so that I can help the community. Yeah, so the guy lost his job. I think he's like a parking lot attendant or something now. He lives on the west side of town. Third generation policeman, granddad, dad, uncles, him. Fresh out of high school, joined the military, then became a cop. Had a chip on his shoulder. You know the type. There are people that are still being held accountable from that night. He lost his job and he was appealing it and was trying to get all that back pay. Nope. They took his law enforcement license. They distanced themselves, but they vilified those two victims. You know how they do us. If you got a ticket for spitting on the sidewalk when you was in the 7th grade, everything about them was put on Front Street. Everything was put on Front Street about them people. Every last thing you can imagine was put on Front Street about those people. And they ignored the fact that 137 rounds, that's overkill, was pumped into their bodies. These people had the car surrounded and was shooting so much, bullets were ricocheting and going through the car and ricocheting and hitting and doing damage to the other cop cars that was around the back of the car. And this guy stood over them. You saw the mannequin, and he pumped 45 rounds into that car himself. 45. A clip holds 15 rounds. That means he emptied his clip, reloaded, emptied that clip, reloaded, and fired and emptied that clip out. 3 clips. That's what he did. That one police officer. So he let out 45, 137 shots. That's 92 other shots got fired into that car on top of the 45 that he shot off. Something to think about. He accounted for almost a third of the bullets that went into that car. He did, in fact, yeah. Yes, he did. He accounted for a third of the rounds that went into that car. They claim he had a gun. Remember they said the car, shots fired. No gun was in the car. No gun, no knife, no weapon of any kind. They had a soda can because the woman that got killed, she had a Coke can. Because at first they were trying to say, she was flashing a weapon. She had a soda can. That lie didn't stick. So they got together, was trying to get their lies to match. Exactly, Dazzle me. Overkill. They tried to buy themselves time to get their lives together. Didn't work. Didn't work. It was overkill. It was total overkill. It was total overkill. Craziness. Total overkill. Total overkill. Just shot up these people's car. Think about it. If one of you got an old car now, most of these cars now are fuel injected, so they're not going to be backfiring like a car with a carburetor. These old cars that had carburetors, they and pow. And then this guy hops over his hood. Shots fired. These people already were running scared because the unmarked car guy was following them. He happened to be black, by the way. But the guy that yelled shots fired was a white guy. Young white guy. And it led to, like in the scene from the movie The Blues Brothers, when all those cops were chasing this one car down the street, or the O.J. Simpson chase. But they weren't driving slow. They were driving fast because they were trying to get away. They were afraid for their lives. They were like, imagine you don't have no weapon in the car. You ain't shot at nobody. And you got all these cop cars chasing. You're going to run scared because you know us, if you stop, you're going to get killed. They got killed anyway. Judge, jury, executioner right there. And mind you, this is all going on. This happened, and Tamir Rice getting killed was like a month apart. That young man that got killed in the park here. Oh, so sorry, Sherry. Tamir Rice and this happened a month apart, right here in Cleveland. And then the feds were already investigating the Cleveland Police Department for corruption and excessive force and corruption. So you got all that together. Got all that going on together. Same time. The storm was just brewing. The storm is just brewing. 137 bullets. Now, the other cops, the other 90 plus rounds, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was 12 cops out there when they finally got up in there. I don't know if all of them opened fire or not, but this one guy, and that they say they couldn't determine whether his bullet was the actual fatal bullets to kill the two. I'm like, duh, he's on top of the hood shooting down. He's on top of the hood shooting down at these people. And if you look, all the bullets that went into their body, which angle are those rods that are in the mannequin? All of those bullets are from the top down, which means those bullets came out of his gun. Am I right or am I wrong? Those rods are all pointing from a person being over the top of these people, shooting down at them. Those bullets were from the top coming down. From the top coming down. And they say they couldn't determine whether or not his gun was the one that fired the fatal shot. All of those shots into the torso, upper torso of these mannequins, and in the head of that one, just all the way out in the back, came from a downward trajectory. Came from a downward trajectory. This is situations like this are why I encourage everyone that's a law-abiding citizen that doesn't have any felonies or mental health issues. I encourage everybody to get a concealed carry license. Get into a good gun safety course. If you've never fired a gun, even if you have fired weapons before, get in a good gun safety course. Learn the proper techniques to handle the gun, shooting it, loading it, cleaning, everything. Go get you a CCW license. Some states now don't even require that. As long as you can open carry. Like I think Texas and Tennessee, they're trying to do that here, but I'm not a fan of open carry because the whole purpose of having a gun to protect yourself is to not let another person know you even got it on you. But if you walk around with it on your hip like you're in the Wild Wild West, they're just like people steal purses and other things and wallets, and they're gonna walk right by you and snatch your gun and keep running. I'm for concealed carry, licensed concealed carry. But I just wanted to talk about that story. That was something that was near and dear to me. And I hope that at some point, the two people that died that night get justice and stop having their names dragged through the mud. And yeah, so let us go now into part 2. Y'all ready for part 2? I know you are. And just as a disclaimer, internet trolls will be blocked. So if you come into the chat saying stupid stuff, you're going to get blocked, timed out, deleted. If you post stupid stuff in the comments on my YouTube channel, you're going to get blocked, deleted, and reported. If you playing my video while I'm live right now, you think you're getting away with something, you're not. I'm just letting everything build up because everything's being handled offline. Everything's being handled offline. You're digging a deeper and a deeper hole for yourself. But you're going to reap what you got coming to you real, real soon. Real, real soon. But anyway, it's a news flash. Breaking news. Live. You heard it here. March 2nd, 2022. 8:55 p.m. You heard it here first. Guess what? There was a mediation, and people like to talk and throw that up and claim that I somehow lost a court case. Hey, I stopped trying to explain stuff to ignorant people. But what I will say, ladies and gentlemen, the mediation says that a certain person and their employees can't talk about me. That's why a lot of videos got taken down. All the ones that YouTube didn't take down. That person and that person's employees can't talk about me. And I can't talk because I don't have any employees. I can't talk about that person and their employees. You follow me so far? However, it never said that I couldn't talk about that person's friends and associates. And we all know birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. I interviewed a man by the name of Jimmy Battles. Jimmy Battles told his story about what he said happened to him, allegedly happened to him at the hands of Bishop George Bloomer. Thousands of people tuned in, watched the video. He told everything that happened to him and the young man by the name of Michael Tripp that he said happened. We weren't there, so we were listening to him tell his story, and he told it on my platform. I'm not saying George Bloomer did anything, but he's been accused. More people have come forward offline to talk about experiences with Bishop George Bloomer, who's an associate of the person that the mediation says I can't talk about no more. But we know birds of a feather flock together, allegedly. Then there's the mentor. There's allegations against the mentor. Ebenard Jordan, the master prophet. Offline. And then there's the new member of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. A man by the name of Carlton Pearson. There's been some interesting information and allegations that have come across my desk offline. So, peoples, when I say to you, God's delay is not a denial. I got frustrated. I said, God, I try to do right. I ain't perfect. I try to do right. Why the evil people seem like they don't have a care in the world and everybody's attacking me left and right? And I'm trying to tell the truth. Then I was reminded, do not grow weary in well doing. Then I was also reminded, faint not. Then I was also reminded, everything works together for the good for those that love the Lord. Oh, yeah. You heard me right. Things came across my desk. Can't talk about one person, but the other three members of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, they fair game. Babylon will fall. That's all you're going to get from me. Be put on notice. Run tell your peoples. People are tired of you lying. People are tired of what you're doing. You're in the pulpits. You're on that social media lying. And you're out here in Basketville, allegedly. And people are willing to talk to those cigar vloggers about your sextivities, allegedly. There will be no more mediations. Not nam nother. And when one tell the truth, because we all know, just like in a house of cards, because I'm going to take that house of cards down this time. I'm going to take that whole house of cards down. As Jimmy Battle said, this is a system, a wicked system. And I'm going to take it down from the inside. I have only begun. But I learned from my mistakes in the past. The more you lie, the more you talk about me, the quieter I'm going to get. I'm going to have you wondering what I'm thinking. I learned a valuable lesson. See, when you're dealing with unethical church folk, you gotta, if you want to go this way, you gotta have them, everybody looking over that way. I learned my lesson. Everything gonna be offline. And for you cyber bullies, you see that ticker tape down there? That's Marcellus McMillan's name. I'm gonna follow it with my finger. Follow it with my finger. $20.88. That money goes to dealing with the bullies, the doxers, the trolls, the people who are harassing and lying and scheming. That's what that goes for. Now, this over here is for this right here. That right there is for that right there. I'm a filmmaker. That is for that. That down here is because we're gonna put an end to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse and all their imps, demons, and minions offline. No more name calling, no back and forth. You notice, and I haven't even smoked on a show, I don't think, since October. New direction. The documentary with the gentleman that worked for James Brown, I'm working on that offline. My new daytime gig helps me deal with things offline. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, and so that you know, because I know some of you doxers and harassers, I've had a deep discussion about the penalties that can be imposed for harassing somebody in my new profession, and they're rather substantial. Because if you dox and harass and put pictures of people's houses and their address online, their children and their family members, you put them in their life in danger, and you put the employee's life in danger. And if you put the employee's life in danger and harassing the employee, that employee can't do their job, and that's a security risk. So it would behoove you, big word, not to try that over here, because trying that over here will get you put in bracelets. The game done changed. This ain't the Cigar Vlogger no more. This is Cigar Vlogger show. But when I'm not online, my life didn't change. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. My life didn't change. So the old tricks of the devil that y'all used to do, it would behoove you, big word, don't do that no more. Don't even think about it. If you think about it, you better wake up and get right. You're looking at serious consequences. I don't know why I'm warning you, because some of you are going to be dumb enough to try, and you're going to be in for a heck of a surprise. And I got my fingers crossed for 2 people I hope tried. That's all I'm going to say. Don't try it. Don't try it. And I know some of you are putting stuff in the chat, and these doxers and harassers been screenshotting it and posting it up on their community walls and making videos, and all you people that got these Patreon pages where you think nobody sees it, any content that you make about me with this logo or any logos that are my property, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, you're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. And you think you're getting away with something, and you're not. You're not. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. So if you're out here and you still trying to play my stuff live with my logo showing, shame on you, because you're breaking the law. I'm just saying. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm going to help you, because I'm going to be out here in a few minutes. I'll be out of here in a few minutes. Because I ain't going to hold you long. But we're gonna deal with y'all the right way. $20.88. Marcellus has instructed me. If you want to give more, that's fine. But that $20.88 has a significance, and he's going to explain it to you. But I know from my own studies, the 8 in the Bible, the number 8 is symbolic of new beginnings. So he's going to explain the rest of it, because, you know, he deep like that. But yeah, and on that note, I'm going to sit here. I know some of you don't like that, but I don't care. I work 60 hours a week. I eat on the fly. But yeah, that's right, Dog Cigar. Anybody you see posting my content, flag and report it. And because I'm gonna be doing the same thing. Christine, you're so funny. I've been cleaning the house, ladies and gentlemen. I can't lie. I got frustrated. But when I get frustrated, I sit down, I talk to God. I'm like, oh, Heavenly Father, my God, this your boy again. Claire and Eugene's baby boy. I need to talk to you. I need to holler at you real quick. Why these jokers seem like they celebrating my downfall, or what they perceive as my downfall, and I know I ain't fell off nowhere. But God put that in my head. A delay from him is not a denial. Joseph, we know the end story of Joseph in the Bible. He was the second in charge in Egypt. He started out as a slave. His own brothers, I'm going somewhere. His own brothers sold, because they hated him so and they were jealous of him, beat him up, threw him into a pit. Then they thought he would die. He didn't die because God still had his hand on him. In the midst of all that affliction, they sold him into slavery. He rose from that stone, didn't curse his God and die. Hung in there. And God lifted him up from a slave to the second man in highest ranking position in the palace. Shout out to them special needs sectors. Offline. The special needs sector. You know, coloring books are in the mail. I get some to y'all, coloring books, and and cursive writing books, so you know how to write your name in cursive instead of writing it real small. You can write with the looping letters and yeah, all that. I got you. We got smart people over here that sell things. I can send you some stuff. I might be able to work out a discount with you for some educational materials. That's right, legit doctor, from the pit to the palace. From the pit to the palace. That is exactly, I couldn't put it right, but God put that in my head. His delay is not a denial. Just because he makes you wait or things don't go the way you think they should go does not mean he's forgotten about you or he's turning you down, saying no to you. What God has for us is bigger and better than anything we can think or imagine. Yes, indeed. Anything we can think or imagine, God's got bigger for us. God has got bigger and better for us. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you. God's got bigger and better for us than anything we can think or imagine. Anything we can think or imagine, God's got bigger and better. Well, yeah. The mediation that they love to talk about says, I can't talk about one person. But nothing. Nothing. Nothing says that I can't talk about the other members of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. I just can't talk about one rider, but I can talk about the other three riders. Because I interviewed an alleged victim of one, George Bloomer, Jimmy Battles. I got the name of an alleged lover of Carlton Pearson and when he was 19 and the little boy allegedly was 12, 13 years old. We all know what's supposed to have happened in the mansion of the master prophet, and it was his own grandson, allegedly. People like to talk to the old cigar blogger. God's delay in one instance is not a denial in the big thing. Then not only that, then I get blessed with what I'm doing now, which allows me to help people, which is something I love to do. So, y'all bear with me. This is funny. So, y'all come on in the room. Lord have mercy. Hold on here, chilling. Hold on. Give me a second. Mm-hmm. So yes, indeed. Y'all just let that marinate. Y'all hold on just a little while longer. Yes, indeed. Y'all bear with me, cause well, anyway, it's good enough. I just want to scare you. I know people be watching, so I just want to prove a point. So when you're doing folks wrong and you're harassing them, and then God don't forget about you, and in the middle of the night when you're sleeping, God answers you. I say God answers you. I'm gonna say that again. God answers you. Yes, He does. And then you have God provides you with access to things like this here. So, and you don't have just regular people access. You have the good people access. Look at God. And you can go on to the Harris County, Texas District Court website. And you don't have to go into the general public website. Oh, hallelujah. God is so good. Because you got credentials now. And when people bother you, when the Bible says, touch not my anointing and do my prophets no harm. Now, I don't liken myself to be a prophet. But I just want to do God's will before I leave this world. And see, when God tells you, I think myself, I don't want to misquote myself, but he always said, God's protection. He said, facts, flaws, and God's protection. And when God, and he always said, he said, God is telling us to be still. And I get impatient sometimes. But see, patience brings about good things when you wait on the Lord. So I don't just log in as a private citizen. Oh no. And I can log in with some credentials and see things that the public can't see. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. So that's not a threat. That's not a threat. That's not a threat. Oh no, it wasn't for y'all to read, Sharon. It was just for a message to be sent loud and clear. All it was is the Harris County, Texas, Clerk of the Courts, civil and criminal. Civil and criminal. And see, there's a thing called when you're doing your job in the line of work that God has blessed me to be in now, you have certain protections from people doing certain things to you. I won't go into it on here. But I'm here to tell y'all, you thought you had won. You thought that you had won. You thought you had hurt people and got away with it. But I'm like Joshua in the Bible. I'm a reluctant warrior. I don't want to go to fight. I don't want to go down the valley. But if God send me down the valley, I'm gonna slay everything down there. And then I'm gonna come lay down. I'm gonna lay down. But I'm gonna be like Joshua. I'm gonna slay everything in the valley. Because I'm mad that I got to even go down in the valley. I like being up top. Offline. Because I just let you know. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been hurt by any member of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, which is what I call them, it's a free country. I ain't said about it. I ain't talking about the person I ain't supposed to talk about, but I can talk about the rest of them. See that email address right there? Hit me up. And when I email you back, my phone number will be in the email. And as you know, I will be a voice for the people that have no voice. I will speak up for you. You will have your story told. You will be heard. You will be protected. If you need counseling, I will make sure you get counseling where you live. You're amongst friends over here. You don't have to be afraid no more. You don't have to be ashamed no more. Pearson, shame on you. Jordan, shame on you. Bloomer, shame on you. Hey, Mina. I ain't gonna talk about y'all's boy. And he thought, him and his people thought they got away with something. But y'all's boy's money man, oh, I got him. I got him in the crosshairs. That prophetic lying college associate, Bloomer and Pearson. Everybody on YouTube ain't telling the same lie. You're going to have a come to Jesus meeting real soon. I learned from my mistakes. I learned from my mistakes. When you're dealing with underhanded church folk, black church folk, you have to be as vicious as a snake, but appear as timid as a lamb. I learned that. Learned it the hard way, but I did learn. See, because a hard head makes for a soft head. I don't have a hard head. You only got to teach me something one time. I got it. I got smart parts. How you doing, Barbara? Glad you're here. Glad you're doing well. But hey, Sherry, how you doing? Babylon will fall. The house of cards and then the dominoes are lined up. When one fall, all the rest of them gonna fall. So the one that thought they got away gonna fall with the rest of the house of cards. Because as they say, birds of a feather flock together. You don't see eagles flying with vultures or vice versa. You don't see chicken and geese flying around together. They might be in the same environment together, but they don't fly together. Cardinals don't fly with blue jays or whatever. Eagles fly with other eagles. And most of the time, eagles fly solo. They don't even fly in pack, large groups. They fly solo. And they fly high. They fly above the foolishness. Buzzards fly down here. Eagles are up here in that high altitude. But when they get hungry, they swoop down, grab what they're going to eat. Then they don't even, an eagle is so gangster. Eagles can eat in the air while they still flying, if they want to. But they normally just go back to their nest, perched high up on the side of a mountain somewhere, and they eat. They make love in the air. The original Mile High Club. Look out now. Ah! Anyway. Told you I wasn't going to be here long. Yeah, thought you had got away. Just right, you sure did, Marcellus. See, God had to work on my patience, and I had to learn that. What did all this teach me from the last 2 years? I'm gonna bottle it up for you. All while I was dealing with this, I was in school, full time, working, full time. Daddy health was declining. He was dying. While I'm down there visiting, everybody know how much I love my little dog Leah. Leah died while I was visiting my dying father. The day I was scheduled to fly back, she died that morning. So I had to land back here and bury my dog in the snow, in the nighttime, frozen ground. Buried my daddy. I graduated college first week of May. Son graduated on the 21st. Oh, no. Here's this will really get good. I graduated May 7th. Get served the day of, well, I went to pick up my son's cap and gown. So I get served before his graduation. He graduated. 9 days later, my daddy died. A week after that, I go down there and bury him. I'm going to go get another dog too. And within the next 2 weeks or so, I'm going to get me a dog. Yep. All of that. And then amidst all that, people accuse me of being a liar and a thief. But God kept my mind, kept my heart, and my everything. And on top of that, last year, had COVID. Developed pneumonia while I had COVID. Almost left here. But God. Why? I ain't messing with you, Marcel. Well, why? Because God had this moment and what's going to come in the future offline. And he had to prepare me. He had to strengthen me here, and here. COVID didn't take me out. Death of my father didn't take me out. Being called a liar and a thief didn't take me out. A court case didn't take me out. Nothing. Because in the midst of all my troubles, I kept my eyes on him. And crazy, I might say, Daryl, you crazy, you wild, you smoke them cigars, you drink that dark liquor, you do that. But in the midst of everything, I had sense enough to go down on my knees. Not the breadbasket knee type action, but how mama and daddy raised me to take my troubles to and cast my cares on the altar. That's why when he died, I was able to keep my wits about me. When everything was going, all hell was breaking loose, I was able to keep my wits about me because of what my father and mother taught me when I was a child kicked in. When I was going through some stuff, the court, Daryl's a lie, Daryl's a stealing, Daryl's doing this, Daryl, every day, night and day, nonstop for 2 years, going on 3. Daryl. People that don't even know me, never met me, telling all kind of lies on me. And I was able to keep my head. Not because I'm some superhuman being or some super strong person, but what was poured into me by my parents sustained me because they taught me about. And when the storms came, I wasn't like the people in the boat. Oh, God, you don't care. Jesus, you don't care that we're going to die. You don't care. The disciples, oh, what's going on? You're going to let us drown. Oh, Lord, we're going to drown. We're going to die. We're going to die. I was laying there asleep while everybody else was up middle of the night plotting on my demise and downfall. I was like this here, sleeping like a baby. And just like Jesus got up and looked at his disciples, and people all around, Daryl, what you gonna do? They trying to do this. They said this about you. They said, all I got up and said these words: peace, be still. Remember, Jesus, if you got to read that story, Jesus didn't tell the storm to be still. He like, that storm ain't had no power. That storm is symbolic of Satan and those evil people that have been attacking. They have no power. They only have the power that we give them. And I chose not to give the storm no power. Jesus spoke to the peace. He didn't speak to the storm. He didn't speak to the waves. He didn't speak to the rain, the lightning, all that. He didn't speak to none of that. He spoke to the peace. Read the story. It starts out, Jesus and his disciple got on a boat to go to where? The other side. It didn't say that they were hoping to get to the other side. It said Jesus and his disciples. I'm paraphrasing the Daryl version. Jesus and his disciples got in the boat to go to the other side. It didn't say, well, we hope that we get to the other side. He said they were going to the other side, which means that's a definite. No matter what happened on the water, you're going to get to the other side. So just like that, in my life, 2021, my boat was rocking. Water was coming in the boat. In fact, some of the people that I thought that was cool with me that I had in my boat were actually not rowing the boat to get me to help me get to the other side. They were trying to sink the boat. And what they didn't realize, while they were trying to sink my boat, they were in the boat with me. So if you sink my boat, you're going to drown too. But see, guess what? Even if you sink my boat, Daryl know how to swim. Because Daryl got a life preserver. Daryl got a life preserver. And Daryl will simply go to his good old standby. And I'm going to read it to you because it's going to bless you. I am in a great place, brother. But hear this out. Psalms 70. 5 verses. And it's the title of this Psalm 70. It says, a prayer for relief from adversaries. Make haste, O God, to deliver me. Make haste to help me, O Lord. Let them be ashamed and confounded who seek my life. Let them be turned back and confused who desire my hurt. Let them be turned back because of their shame who say, aha, aha. Let all those who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. And let those who love your salvation say continually, let God be magnified. But I am poor and needy. Make haste to me, O Lord. You are my help and my deliverer. O Lord, do not delay. That's Psalm 70. Read that every day when you get up. And if you're sinning, read Psalm 52. I think it's 52. It's a prayer for God's forgiveness and mercy. Read it every day. Start your day off reading both of those. In fact, let me make sure I gave you the right psalm. I don't like to, I deal in facts over here. Yes, indeed. Oh, God is sure enough good. The war has just begun. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Better get on your fighting clothes. I'm sorry, it wasn't Psalm 52, it was Psalm 51. It's a prayer of repentance. Psalm 51 and Psalm 70. Read those every morning, and then read them again at lunchtime, and read it again in the evening, right around the time you eat dinner. But Psalm 52 talks about the end of the wicked and the peace of the godly. In fact, you might want to read that before you go to bed. Psalm 51, Psalm 70, 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and read Psalm 52 right when you about to turn that light off like this here and go to sleep. Read that 52 right there. Yeah. So you go on and run, tell Mom, tell Paul. I ain't talking about the man in the mediation, but all his friends. Babylon will fall. Offline. So when I do come out, you won't know when. You just get a little announcement. Hey, the Cigar Vlogger about to talk. He got an interview with a person, or got something for you to listen to, something to see. Boom. And then I'm just gonna politely do this here, so folks can't lie and say, well, Daryl Moore said it. No, Daryl Moore ain't said a lovely, lovely thing. No, the devil is a musky lie. No, Daryl Moore gonna put this on the screen. And then Daryl Moore's gonna put this on the screen. Allegedly. Because I wasn't there. I don't know this to be a fact. I just know that the person that's talking to us tonight is telling their story. This is not the Cigar Vlogger story. This is their story. And then we're gonna sit back and we're gonna be like, uh-huh. Is that right? Sure enough. Oh, wait. Ain't that something? Oh, I'm so glad. Are you in a therapy? I hope you're getting therapy for your problems. Because then after they play, only thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look into the camera and I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna say, guess what happened to y'all?
The vlogger got me. The vlogger got me. The vlogger got me. The vlogger got me. The vlogger.
That's all I'm gonna say. And then I'm gonna be like, hey, hey.
Well, we messing with the champ. Come on, Leslie.
And then I'm gonna still say, oh. I'm gonna take it one more time and I'm gonna say, guess what? Kim!
Kim, I'ma get them niggas. Kim, I'ma get them niggas. Kim, I'ma get them niggas. Hey, y'all. I'ma get them niggas. And I'm coming.
I will tell you, you kick a dog when he's down, you better make sure that dog stay down. Because I've always said, oh, I'm gonna have fun with this. But I always said this, but I'm gonna go to bed because I have court all day tomorrow. And I ain't in trouble. If you got me down and you kicking me and you think you going in, you better finish me off. Cause I tell anybody, yeah, if you got me down, kick me while I'm down. But oh, when I get up, I done counted while I'm laying there, you kicking me. I count every time you kick me, every time you hit me. And for every kick and hit that you put on me, you getting 3 back. You getting 3 back. So, as I said, this down here, please donate $20.88 to our legal fund. We are fighting cyberbullies and liars offline. Cash App, $ Marcellus McMillan. He's handling all the legal funds. I don't have nothing on it. Because for those of you who have said that I'm a liar and a thief, so that you don't have to worry about a lying, thieving cigar vlogger, as you put it, Marcellus McMillan will be handling all legal funds. Every dime of it. I ain't got a penny on it. Oh yeah. That's gonna be on a shirt and on a coffee mug, by the way. I'm gonna put people to work over here. Because people over here got talent. Graphic design, t-shirt design, arts and crafts. Shoot, we're gonna open up an online store over here. And Roxanne, I'm gonna put you on Front Street now. I'm gonna encourage you, and I'm gonna push you, and I'm gonna push you, and I'm gonna push you. You have a gift with those oils and creams and shea butter. You got a gift for that. You need to. I'm gonna push you to the end with that. You have a gift. Utilize your gift. Your talents will make room for you and bring you before kings and princes. That's in the Bible. And I'm gonna push you into that. Because I care about you. You got a gift. Because that shea butter had, I'll tell you offline. I went to work today, I had the shea butter on my scalp. I was shining, smelling good, feeling good, walking through there. So, but yeah. And this Cash App is for this right here. 4.5 films. I'm a filmmaker. You can look me up on the website over. Oh man, gotta get it right. Gotta get it right. Right there. I gotta learn how to mirror my finger. More entertainment, more-ent.com. Look on my website. I'm a filmmaker and professional actor. That's what this logo is about, and that's what this Cash App does for this logo and this company. Yeah. But this round here, $20.88. This is really, 8 is really a new beginning in the Bible. 6 is the number of man. 7 is the number of completion. That's why Christ was represented by the number 7. 8 is a new beginning, starting on a whole nother level. And ain't we starting on a whole nother level in 2022? 22 times 4, that's 88. Oh, look out now. So we're going to get off here because that's all I got to say. I'm not going to just drag y'all on and on and on. Y'all go watch you some TV, catch CNN, pray for them people over there in Ukraine. And there's African people that have been fleeing the Ukraine, trying to get out the country to get somewhere safe. Y'all pray for everybody. And Russia didn't count on them people fighting back. But I'm worried that Biden, talking about him and all the UN, the NATO forces going to do whatever they're going to do. That sounds a lot like what's in that Bible of mine over there. And I don't want that. Yep. You're right. But try this with me. Let's read Psalms 51, ask God for forgiveness, and read Psalm 70, ask for God's protection against our adversaries. That covers everything right there. We're asking for his forgiveness for what we've done wrong in 51. And in 70, we're asking him to protect us from our adversaries, our enemies. And then we read 52. Right before we go to bed. So we'll have 3 times we read 51, 3 times we read 70, and then we read 52 at night, right before we lay down. I don't think no harm will ever come to us or anybody attached to us if we do that. But I love y'all. And y'all gonna get some rest, because I'm gonna go get some rest now. But all you people, remember, $ Marcellus McMillan. And Friday Night Live, don't know who's gonna be on, who channel gonna be on yet. Gonna talk, we're gonna figure that out tomorrow on my lunch break. But I love y'all, and y'all be good. And just to have a little fun. Hey. Ooh, I'm coming to get you. I tried to tell y'all. Y'all thought I was playing. Don't go messing with the champ. What you say there, coach? What you say, coach? Bo by you?
Are we messing with the champ? Come on, Leslie. Are we messing with the champ? Come on, Leslie. Are we messing with the champ? Come on, Leslie.
Ooh. Good night, y'all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.